Celine Marie Claudette Dion is a Canadian singer and songwriter, famously known as the Queen of Power Ballads, a title she earned from her noted strong vocal strength and singing talent, as well as her influential status and success in the global music industry. Recognized as the vocal power behind one of the most iconic songs to be used in film, Celine earned her international fame particularly through her powerful performance of My Heart Will Go On, which featured in the classic 1997 film Titanic. Her musical endeavors continued, as several more of her performances would be featured in films, including credits such as Stuart Little. And even to this day, Dion's talent for theme music highlights her career. Celine's most recent creations, including the 2022 single release entitled Love Again, will feature in the film of the same title, set for release in 2024. While her astounding success only rises to new heights, Celine has faced many trials, especially these most recent years, which sadly left the iconic performer unable to undertake live tours, forcing her to cancel all planned concerts as of 2022. Other than suffering the loss of her long-term manager and husband, René Angelil, who sadly passed away in 2016, Celine Dion was also recently diagnosed with a rare neurological disorder known by its common term stiff person syndrome. Naturally, following Dion's revelations about her declining health on social media in late 2022, her adoring fans began expressing their concern about the Canadian singer's condition. Some seek to know more and are concerned about Celine's future and how her recent diagnosis will affect her health. To answer this and all other questions, we've sought all that is available on the subject to keep her doting public informed. Before discussing health updates and insights into Celine's condition, we'll revisit the iconic singer's influential life, discussing her achievements and milestones she has reached over the course of the many years she has entertained the world. Born into a large family on 30 March 1968 in the city of Charlemagne, Quebec, Canada, Celine is the youngest of Therese and Admar Dion's 14 children. Both her parents are of French descent and were not particularly wealthy, though Celine has stated that her parents nonetheless provided a happy home. Her mother was a homemaker, while Celine's father made a living as a professional butcher, raising their children under the guidance of Roman Catholic beliefs. Music formed an integral part of the Dion household, as Celine would account from memory, acting as the bond that strengthened the family and tied them together in an harmonic household. In fact, she was named after French singer Hugues Offray's single Celine, released 2 years before Dion's birth. As a child, Celine would perform with her family, receiving instructions from her parents, who owned a small piano bar named in French, the Old Barrel. Despite having mostly performed in English and receiving the attention of English audiences, Celine is also an avid performer capable of singing in French, German, Spanish, and Asian languages. Celine's public debut as a singer took place on 13 August 1973, when she had the honor of performing at her brother Michael's wedding. This was quickly followed by continued performances in the Old Barrel, as her parents quickly recognized her young talent. Celine developed a passion for singing at a young age, driven by more than just her parents' enthusiasm. As she would later state during an interview, Celine never regretted losing her adolescence to fame, as she dreamt of being a performer since she was young. Her childhood wasn't without trauma, as the Canadian singer would admit that she was a clumsy child who would be involved in many accidents. In particular, one had been quite traumatizing, as it left her hospitalized with a mild concussion at the age of 5. As Celine stated, she was struck by a car in an unfortunate accident, leaving her father and brother as helpless witnesses. Celine recovered, and it didn't take her long to begin pursuing a career in music. At the age of 12, with the help of her brother Jacques and her mother, Celine produced her first song, a French performance entitled Nothing But a Dream in English translation. Dion recorded a demo of the song, which her brother Michael mailed to René Angelil, who at the time was merely a name Michael found on the back of a Jeanette Reno album. Once René heard Celine's performance, her to-be manager later admitted that her performance had him in tears, and as such, convinced him to help turn Celine into the star we have come to know and love. Of course, René would go on to become Celine's full-time manager and later her husband, though his endeavors did not come without risk. Willing to sacrifice everything, Reen took out a mortgage on his house to fund Celine's first recordings. Lo and behold, Reen's intuition paid off when Dion's first single, La Voix to Bon Dieu, became an instant hit in Quebec, earning the Canadian star her first taste of local fame. The following year, 1982, Celine competed in an annual contest hosted in Japan, walking away with the Top Performer and Best Song awards, which further earned her recognition internationally, though it would be a while before she would reach worldwide stardom. Following this, Celine released albums in France in addition to her native Canada, becoming the first Canadian artist to earn gold recognition in France. She later earned further fame. When representing Switzerland, she won the 1988 Eurovision Song Contest in Dublin, Ireland, even though it was by marginal chances. In 1989, inspired by the success and glamour of the King of Pop, Michael Jackson, Celine sought to push her career to new heights, though despite her huge of talent, Angelil insisted that she first polish her image before targeting the breadth of the Western market. As such, Celine underwent dental surgery and applied for English training at the École Berlitz Institution based in Princeton, New Jersey. However, her hopes would be damned after suffering a vocal injury during a 1989 concert. Dion was given two options. Either she could rest her voice or undergo immediate surgery to repair the damage. Celine opted for the latter, taking a short hiatus from her music career, during which she took singing lessons with William Riley. A short time afterwards, in 1990, Celine returned to the music industry by releasing her first English album, Unison, but gained her true breakthrough the following year after performing a duet with Peabo Bryson on the title song for the Disney animated film Beauty and the Beast, earning her first Grammy Award for her performance, which became her first chart topper in the UK, and Celine's second hit song in the US. Following this, Celine released her self-titled album, which would earn diamond status in Canada and double platinum in the States, becoming her most successful album released during her early years as an artist. For the next decade, Dion's fame would only grow, marked by the success of My Heart Would Go On, but would also prove to be an eventful time in Celine's personal life. In 1993, after a long-awaited and expected announcement, Celine finally declared her love for Reen publicly. After forming a romantic relationship together in secrecy, motivated by the fear that people would not be understanding about the age difference between them and the nature of their relationship, Dion and Angelil went public and tied the knot soon afterwards. Despite their fears, Celine's adoring public reacted far more positively, welcoming of their romance. In fact, the warm reception the fans gave Celine's courageous decision to take her romantic involvement public sparked a deep fascination with Reen and Celine's relationship. For many years, the couple was viewed as one of stardom's most iconic partners and lovers, as people simply couldn't get enough of celebrating the Canadian singer's relationship. Of course, gossip media was all too eager to chronicle Dion and Angelil's love, with their wedding later even being filmed for Canadian television. The details of their relationship are readily available for anyone interested in the singer's detailed personal life, but we will keep it brief by only touching on the subject. The couple met for professional reasons, and it seemed certain that Celine may have been moved by Reen's enthusiasm and eagerness to risk it all for her success. However, the couple didn't become romantically engaged until 1988, on the night that Celine won the Eurovision Song Contest. Naturally, people would frown on their relationship considering that she was only 19 and he 45 when their relationship turned romantic, though had worked with Angelil since she was 12. Regardless, they continued their secret affair for nearly 6 years before, in 1993, Celine announcing Reen as the color of her love prior to the release of The Color of Love, regardless of their 26-year age difference. On 17 December 1994, the couple hosted a lavish celebration and ceremony at the Notre Dame Basilica in Montreal, Canada, which was broadcast live over national television. Though the iconic event that was Celine and Reen's wedding would soon become a joyful memory in the wake of the difficulties the couple faced shortly after. In 1999, Reen was diagnosed with throat cancer and had to undergo surgery and radiation treatment, which turned out positively. However, in 2014, Reen was diagnosed for a second time and would sadly pass away on 14 January 2016, following a 2-year struggle with the disease. From their 22-year-long marriage, Celine birthed 3 children. Their oldest son, Reen Charles, born in 2001 after Celine underwent fertility treatment, and a set of twins born on 23 October 2010, Nelson and Eddie. Following Reen's death, though grieving and haunted by his memory, Celine continued with her life. Her career, even in the absence of her manager, rose to new heights even to this day, though she has yet to find love again, which actually seems unlikely, as apparently Reen remains the only man Celine has kissed. Sadly, in December of 2022, following the cancellations of all her life tours and scheduled concerts, Celine addressed her fans on social media, sharing with them a recent diagnosis. In an Instagram post, Celine revealed that she has been suffering from debilitating muscle spasms, which formed part of a neurological disorder known as stiff person syndrome, a rare disease often leaving patients incapable of performing daily tasks and ordinary functions. As such, Celine was forced to retire from live performances, though promising that she had no intention of stopping recording music. Along with the information Dion supplied her followers, the Canadian singer also expressed how much of a struggle it has been for her, detailing the difficulties she has to overcome to perform menial tasks. Of course, the singer receives all the help and medical treatments she needs, though for the time being, stiff person syndrome remains an incurable ailment. For now, we can safely report that Celine is doing fine, recovering from home as best she can, though for the time being, hopefuls who wish to see Celine perform on stage will unfortunately be disappointed. However, as Celine informed her followers, she and her team of doctors are hoping to find a cure for her illness, or at least a viable treatment. For now, though, we and all her adoring followers and fans wish the Canadian singer all the best and hope that Celine will completely recover soon.
Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on social media or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.